Everyone has their favorite engines for one reason or another. And Workshop 5001 owner Marlon Goldberg will argue the air-cooled flat-six Porsche engine is one of the best ever. Marlon has a rich background in Porsche cars and engines, having worked for Porsche dealerships and at Singer Vehicle Design, a Porsche restoration company. However, he really got motivated to do his own thing when he met Dieter Inzenhofer, one of three partners who founded Andile, which was effectively Porsche Motorsport North America for a time. Those experiences and desire to build great Porsche cars and engines led Goldberg to open Workshop 5001 7 years ago in South Central Los Angeles. The world Goldberg created at Workshop 5001 is one of Porsche wet dreams. His builds are completed as bare tub restorations, including mil-spec wiring, full interiors, motorsport suspension, custom components, and of course, top-notch engine work. As such, Marlon wanted his shop to be discreet, and that's exactly why he chose the name Workshop 5001. People passing by wouldn't know if it was a wood shop, a metal shop, or something entirely different. They would only know that there was work being done. And it's a good thing too, because many of Workshop 5001's complete Porsche builds start at $500,000, and some are more than $1 million. In fact, Marlon's builds are somewhere between art and car, or what he calls functional artwork. Everything in their cars is next level crazy, including the engines. Today we're going to tell you about the details of a restored 1972 911 Porsche with an air-cooled flat-six twin-plug 3.4-liter engine. It's our Engine of the Week.
Engine Builder's Engine of the Week is sponsored by Pengrade. Precision Performance Pengrade. Always the original green oil. Visit pengrade1.com. And Elring DOS Original. Sealing the OE and aftermarket with premium gaskets and sealing science for over 140 years. Do the job right and use the best. Visit elring.com. And Scat Crankshaft. Everything for your LS engine. Visit scatcrankshafts.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Greg Jones for Engine Builder, and today we're talking about a restored 1972 911 Porsche with an air-cooled flat-six 3.4-liter engine done by Workshop 5001. The 72 911, according to Marlon, is considered the holy grail because it's the one year with the oil door, among other reasons.
They had to do away with it because people were putting gas in the oil tank by accident back in the 70s. But put the oil tank in front of the rear axle, so from a weight distribution standpoint, it was superior to every other, 911 built up until 89.
Workshop 5001 decided this build would use mixed and matched parts from different eras of 911s to create a what-if car.
Because of, the huge interchangeability with Porsche cars, you can take almost any air-cooled Porsche motor from any year and stick it in any other year chassis from 1965 to 1998. Right. So this particular engine, I got a donor motor from a 1986 911 that was 3.2 liters. For me, it's also then kind of all about the motor in the car. The chassis is obviously done to the highest level, but it's then just the house for the badass motor.
Engine assembly and some machine work is done by Goldberg at Workshop 5001, while headwork and dyno sessions are done at Randy Ossie's shop, Osco. Goldberg also works closely with well over 100 vendors who are intimately involved in each build to make them all come together, especially in a short period of time. On this 911 engine, Goldberg used titanium connecting rods, rockers, and a straight-cut intermediate gear, all from powder. The engine also has CP pistons, Dema Elgin cams, Kinsler injection, and a Motec M130 ECU and a Motec PDM30. The rest of the parts in this engine are Porsche.
It's also the first engine that we have all Kinsler injection on. So when you want to look to improve a German engine, you got to look at what some of these guys have done with American engines. And that's where a company like Kinsler comes into play, and dealing with flow and changing the taper of intake and port matching and, working with harmonic issues. It's just they're thinking about stuff on a different level than anyone who's typically doing Porsche motors is. That's been a great relationship that I think is really taking our motors now to the next level.
Workshop 5001 has also been working closely with Elring to seal their Porsche engines.
There are some gaskets in there that all are from Elring. The conversation has just gotten started with Elring about developing a gasket kit with them. But I think there's really a need within the world of gasket kits for something that's a premium product. As an engine builder, if you get a bad dried out gasket or O-ring, something you miss in assembly, especially with a Porsche motor, it could be a 40, 50 hour mistake because this motor sort of stacks on itself that if something's leaking in the bottom end of the motor, you're going to take the whole thing back apart. So I wanted to develop something with them that obviously helps us and potentially helps, other engine builders.
With this 3.4 liter flat six engine all sealed up and the restoration of the 72 911 Porsche complete, the client will be enjoying 318 horsepower under the hood compared to a factory 208 horsepower. In other words, German engineering restored to its finest. Well, that does it for this episode of Engine of the Week. Thanks to our sponsors Pengrade 1, Scat Crankshafts, and Elring. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have an engine that you'd like to see featured, please email me at gjones@babcocks.com. We'll see you next time.